Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of James Plays Final Fantasy IV, so you don't have to. Last time we tried to do a little extra side quest stuff and weren't able to because I forgot that it deals with the overworld and we can't quite get to the overworld yet. So we dived into the sealed cave to get the dark crystal before Golbez. After taking the crystal, we were confronted with the demon wall, which was pretty easily dispatched. I was going to get out to the exit of the cave and start this episode there. However, I had noticed that it doesn't allow you to use warp or emergency exit from this dungeon, and that usually signals that there's something important in the dungeon that you would skip by using those spells, essentially. So we're right here by the opening of the dungeon. When we're starting our episode here. Everything is pretty darn easy. Although we're still getting levels up, which is nice. Edge is almost completely caught up with everyone now, which is cool. Uh-oh. Yeah, here's our story event. What? Golbez? Get a hold of yourself. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, wake up, Kain. Didn't he just say he was alright, though? Well, okay. Everybody just shakes it off. Cool. Unfazed. Well, that really sucks. That takes away, actually, my secondary damage soak for my front line, which unbalances my party a lot. But more than that, second. Sorry, the cat just like scampered over to the window and then a little bit. Okay, sorry about that. I think she's just bored. So more frustrating than that is I've talked a little bit about the way this game sort of plays tug of war with your party configuration, and so like without ever giving you any reason to suspect that Kain is leaving your party, they take him out. Which is not I mean, it changes your entire party composition, sure. And that in itself is frustrating. But the other thing that is frustrating is that Kain and Cecil share some item usage. You know, they can both use these axe weapons. And shields, I guess. And armor. So you could have potentially given Kain all of your best equipment only to have him yanked out of your party when those items would be better served being given to Cecil. And that's really frustrating. I think that's an unfair consequence. So remember that last time we tried to get a crystal for you? Yeah. What's a lunar whale? One born of a dragon. Sure, yeah. Yeah, we love Mysidia. They're buddies. Yes? He prays? Dig your way out. Yay, it's Sid again. Who never seems to stop, you know, popping up at convenient times to fix our airship. Easier than falling off a bike, which is a weird anachronism because I don't think bikes exist in this world. But sure. Okay, Cecil's just gonna hang out there. Edge is also there, he's hanging out. Oh shit! Do a little dance. Do another little dance. The attention to choreography in this game, I know I've said it before, but is like really oddly focused. And now he's getting pulled back so he can, what, jump up and down. You're jumping up and down. It's like this weird sort of like pantomime that they do in this game that you don't really see happening in as many other games, I think. I mean, like, humorous dance sequence with, like, dancing girls in specific do show up in other Final Fantasy games, but we never really see anything like this, which I guess, you know, is this video game's equivalent of a montage, except it's kind of boring. Oh shit, wait! Did Sid just die? Like, for real? Oh, no, it's okay. He's only just asleep again. You don't wear a hat? Also, I'm pretty sure, isn't, like, Sid supposed to be Rose's father, I want to say? Maybe just adopted father. But they've hardly ever, to possibly never, display very much paternal, like, connection. Maybe he's just, like, a father figure for both of them. But that's a weird thing that happens in this game. Okay, so the new thing that we have is a drill on the front of our airship, and doesn't it look great? Which means we can get out of the exit that we sealed, essentially, before. Just like that. Hooray! So, we can do a couple of things here, actually. And we are going to do a couple of things. So the first thing that I want to do is go to Fabul and talk to Fang's wife. Because I really don't want to suffer through much more of this game without, or not Fabul, but whatever the place that he's from, without a fifth party member. It's not worth it. What do we got? Baron. No, it is Fabul. And it does this cool thing which I like. It gives you a little like overworld map, and you can map. You can put like checkpoints on it, which is useful. Let's see. Oh right, Fang isn't the king. Okay. Oh, Hermes symbols. Cool. That's something to occupy my fifth. Final open inventory slot. I think I did this part already, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So we're gonna go find his wife real quick. She's going to castle navigation name. And she's going to, here we go. Yep. He's sleeping. Frying pan. Okay, so we get the frying pan to hit him on the head, to wake him up. That will be good. And then the other thing we want to do, I really hate that the site spell exists, and I don't think that gnomish bread should be a thing either. I'm just really kind of picky about my handy-dandy features, but, you know, it seems unnecessary to me. Why not just make a map in the game? Oh, God. No, because I can't. Okay, here's another thing. I'm sorry. I'm just complaining at this point, but... So, I have an airship. I have two airships, actually, which seems unnecessary, right? To pretty much... I mean, right? Why not? Except that this airship can pick up the hovercraft, but this airship with the drill can't. But This airship with the drill can do everything else. Everything else in the game. Except for pick up the hovercraft. Why? Why would you do that? Okay, so the thing that we are looking for is a island by Mithril. Oh, here we go. And that cave. We're going to drop off the hovercraft here. And I, you know, God help you. I don't know how you would figure all this out yourself, but I remember doing it in the DS version, so I remember how to do it. You're going to come here, be like, hey, I mean, sure, that makes sense, I guess. So you have to give this kid a rat tail. Well, remember that rat tails are the things that you also give Bahamut to change class in the first game. Thanks. This is a really bizarre set of circumstances. Okay, so we got adamant, and you'll remember this smith. He was like in the underworld. He was like, "Oh man, life sucks. It would be a lot better if I had some adamant." Well, so we're gonna take the adamant back to him. We can't do it in this dumb airship. We gotta take the better airship. Just park all my airships over here. So we're gonna take this down to the weird little forge over here. And we're gonna go talk to Kokol. Hey dude. Don't worry, I found it for you. Sweet. You give him the Mythgraven Blade, which is your first sword. Also, an important. I don't think you can sell it. I don't know if you can throw it away though. Okay, and he's gonna take it for a bit, and then I don't remember if there's like a event trigger that you have to do to push this along, or if it's just a certain amount of time. Like, can I leave and come back in maybe? Okay, so we're gonna let him do that, and then we'll go grab Yang from the Sylph Cave, and then come back. So, drop down here, and I'll cut the recording because it's not going to be interesting seeing me run through this area again and pick it back up when we get to Yang. Okay, we are back in the Sylph's house after navigating the Sylph's Cave, which is honestly just like an obnoxious trek because you're dealing with Marlboros left and right, and this time made harder by the fact that we don't have Kain for an extra added amount of damage output. Just basically means that Rydia should spam spells all the time, which is unfortunate. Okay, so here we go. Yay! Wait, no, but seriously, I need Yang. Please give me him back. What? What if I die? Okay, so that's that. That didn't really have the outcome that I was hoping for. I was hoping we'd get him back. But maybe you can't do that until after you do stuff on the moon. Which is dumb. Ah! Okay, so we're progressing side quests slowly. Next thing we should do is go to Mysidia, and I think we'll probably wrap the episode after that whole sequence. I did want to point out, though, that, well, Final Fantasy IV is definitely not my favorite Final Fantasy, or even really my favorite game. I do think it's an incredibly cool and ambitious thing for it to do, to have a part where you go and well, the fact that the moon is even addressed or touched upon in this game is incredibly cool, because I mean most fantasy games stay within the realm of, you know, their appointed genre, and don't really deal with planetary bodies, much less visiting them. So I always thought that was a really interesting. What do you want? A frying pan? Oh. Okay. So she gives us the knife, which is the best thrown weapon in the game, so I hear. But basically, you know, it expands its sphere outside of just what we think of as typical fantasy game tropes. And I appreciate that. Although, I guess, I mean, like, Final Fantasy III did that, too, with having different worlds, and really the world that you start out on is kind of just the bottom layer of the world, to which there are multiple different areas and whatnot. So, okay, Lucidia. This is a really neat feature. I'm glad they definitely glad they added that. Okay, so off to the moon. Did I spoil that? I don't think it counts as a spoil. Okay. The old slowly fading text. Love it. It's a classic. Except I don't, and these kind of sequences kind of annoy me, but they're just boring for the most part, to me. Like, why not have that whole block of text, you know, fade in? I don't like feeling like I have to wait on the game to catch up with me. One born of the dragon bearing darkness and light shall... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry, my cat's being vocal. She probably wants to go outside. Yeah, do some prayer. Black mages, white mages, other mages. Our prayers have been answered. New fancy CG cutscene. And it's, well, you'll see in a second. That is the glorious ship, the Lunar Whale. Ta-da! Did it? Okay. Well, the Lunar Whale will take you there, obviously. Communicate with the crystal! Oh, why did it... Oh, it's landed now, I'm sorry. So the Lunar Whale is actually a pretty neat setup. It functions very similarly to the way the big flying fortress, so they're just next to it from each side, I guess. The big flying fortress functioned in Final Fantasy III, although to a lesser degree. So you've got a built-in fat Chocobo. Maybe I could drop off some of this shit. No, I don't even care. You've got a built-in fat Chocobo and a built-in inn, so you now have access to free healing wherever you can fly the ship, which is pretty much everywhere. Except for the underworld, I think. and then it can move between Earth and the moon, which we are seeing in this super fancy looking. Ooh, the moon looks cool here. Cutscene, and now we're on the moon, and isn't that exciting? And the only problem that I have with this is, like, what's his face is like, oh, you should meet someone in the moon. Does not go to any great lengths to tell you who, where, and in fact the game kind of doesn't do a great job of moon face. I love that moon face. Of telling you much of anything, and that's, you know, oh well. What is that music? Is that what is the music for the moon? Okay, so we're gonna save real quick. The game doesn't really do a particularly great job of warning you that everything on the moon, I do mean almost everything, is fucking bananas difficult. So you get these parasite prokites and urkites, and they're not the worst thing in the world, except no, they kill you super fast. And especially, again, you're in a new area and you're one man down, which changes your party makeup pretty significantly for the worse. So you're already at a disadvantage, and the game decides to throw these hard groups of enemies at you. These are pretty easy. And I get the distinct impression, just from these limited encounters, that actually the PSP's version's difficulty is scaled back. Oh, god damn it. A little bit. Which is nice. That is nice. Also, I don't think there's a way to... Okay, I guess you just have to do this. So we're gonna get into this more next episode, but yeah, here we are at the moon, and isn't it that exciting? And what we ultimately want to do is get into this big crystal thing in the center of the game. This is about as far as I've ever gotten in this game, so everything from this point on will be new territory. But good luck trying to find a place to land anywhere that's convenient, which is... Oh, nope, see, that's the corner of that thing. Which is another big complaint I have of this moon area, is that, like, it doesn't do a very good job of showing you. In the other terrains, you can see, like, you can only land on, like, grass, but this doesn't really have an analog to grass, because it's the moon. So you can only land on flat spaces, but, like, craters you can't land in, like these tiny little rocks you can't land in, and it starts to be like a guessing game of like, well, can I land here? No. Okay. Well, can I land here? No. Okay. And it's just really kind of unintuitive. But we'll get into that more when we come back for next episode. Thanks for joining me as always, and we'll get back to it next time.